Hello, everyone. Welcome, Spooky Fam, to our live stream. Reverie is on her way, and so is our guest tonight. I am just making sure that everything is going okay. Now, as always, you're probably going to hear the dogs bark in the first few minutes simply because, you know the drill. You know the drill. There's a lot of cool stuff coming to the channel. I'm excited that I will be able to start doing more prop making on the channel as well. So that's going to be awesome. And we are working on the venue. So that's really awesome. And hello, Nick. I hope everything is going good. I am just sitting here with cool rock I found. But today we have a couple of questions that you guys that viewed us sent in. This stream isn't going to be as long as last weekend's. Reverie has a trip to do tomorrow morning, so we're just going to be chilling out when they get here. I put all of the questions you guys have asked us into the banner, so the questions are going to pop up on the bottom there when we get to that point in the show. We are going to be bringing back our call-in number in not the next stream, because the next stream is the movie watch, but the one after that, we will bring the call number back. I'm just getting my text situated. And here I am choking on a cough drop. So, anyway, I just got a message from Reverie. I'm telling her we are live now. Okay. So, is there a link to the stream right now? Okay. Sorry, I was reading the messages. So, other cool things coming to the channel. We got more special cool guests coming, and I can't say who ahead of time, but just keep an eye out watching over on the Twitter. We're going to hear more about people, like more from the people in the industry. Like last week we had Dylan, who was really fun to have. We ended up having a 2.5-hour conversation, but then it turned out that you guys weren't getting the notification for our live for that one. So that kind of threw us off a little bit. So we do apologize for that, and we hope that it is better now. And we're working on getting everything situated. I want to also take a moment to say thank you to all the new Spooky Fan members. I know my channel is small. I appreciate the new comments and the feedback. We are working on getting better in the world of horror. I personally want to stick to reviewing more independent horror, but obviously, when there's bigger movies out there too, I gotta check them out. I haven't had a chance to check out Evil Dead. What's my Twitch too? Oh, my Twitch. I think it's under Mercy Desdemona. I'm scared to click on my laptop to my link on that. But yeah, it's Mercy Desdemona, and it will have the same title as I have right now. Okay.
Silent, isn't it?
Hello.
Oh, this is what happened last time. I couldn't hear you.
I don't know.
How did we fix it? Oh, you fixed it last time. Hold on. I don't know what you did, but that was magic. Okay, I heard something.
Yeah, it's probably the dogs because they keep going off.
Okay, well, I'm glad I heard anything at all because, hi, I have hearing now.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
So, yeah, the guys went to the dollar store, so I already gave them the spiel about how they're going to hear dogs for a little bit. This is almost like, I think I am looking to getting into the studio hopefully by the end of August, so I don't have this problem. Van's going to be joining us as soon as he can. He had to work a little late than expected, so he'll be joining us, and we do have a couple banner questions that will show up on the screen when we're all here. They look kind of goofy, and I found a cool rock.
You had a cool rock? Cool. I can't see anything, but we might be the same size this time on the screen?
Yes, and we're streaming on 3 places today. We are streaming on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You said that would happen.
Nick, I heard that Twitch is faster, but it's like I have more viewers on YouTube, so I've never really tried one or the other. So I'm hoping that this will help out a little bit. Of course, I'm going to mute my mic while the dogs go barking.
Okay. Wow. It would be very convenient if my phone would stop dimming the screen as if like... Okay. Thank you. Here's my set technician. Because it never does that when I do any other kind of video stuff. Okay, thank you. Okay. So what are we doing right now? Are you muted? You're muted because dogs. Okay. Is anyone here? Can you nod if there are people here? It's still going dim.
All right, I think I should be okay now. Yeah, I have more recorded videos because I don't do a lot of live streams. I don't because it's always busy in my life, and we're working on getting a studio. I'm answering a comment over here. So this week, somebody wanted to know. I'm going to just jump into some of the questions, and when Van's ready, he could just jump in. What is your favorite bad horror movie in existence?
What about out of existence? I don't know. You first. Let me think.
My favorite bad one is Winter Beast because it's so goofy. It's dumb. It's ridiculous.
Winter Beast, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
What's
Winter
that?
Beast is weird.
Is that like
It's
the
like
one?
it's like this half weird claymation, creepy, weird movie about a Wendigo, and it's got a crazy hotel manager and stuff like that. It's really bizarre.
Wait, I might know the answer actually for mine. Because I just saw it on a clip of it on the Eli Roth horror show, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that in forever.
Or the second one specifically, actually.
I am answering some stuff here. This is the first time doing extreme on Saturdays for us too, so bear with us. We might be a little bit disorganized. We're just trying to see because Fridays when we did the stream, we've had issues with it not notifying people, so we're just trying out Saturdays to see. one of the next ones is, if you could rewrite Scream 6, how would you make it?
I wish I could have made, if I can explain this properly, I could have made it like overall closer to the original characters being involved instead of the whole new people they introduced. Is it supposed to be the last Scream? Do we know? No.
I have no idea.
Sean says
I have no
no.
idea.
Okay.
Because I
Well,
personally,
my answer more wrote on the assumption that it was going to be the last one, but I guess they're still going. What'd you say?
I personally would have ended it with Scream 5 because this is getting overkill. I didn't feel like Scream 6 was even a Scream movie. It was kind of like one of those scary movies, where they spoof on stuff.
Oh
And
yeah, I think I remember thinking the same thing. Did I say that? I feel like I said
that. My laptop keeps telling me to update. I don't want to update right now. Okay, let's see. Van says he's on his way, so I don't want to go through too many because there's not a lot of questions for tonight. I already explained that this stream tonight is just a quick one just to test out our Saturday night because she has a trip tomorrow and I have some fun things tomorrow to do. Well, not really fun things. Boring, tedious, adulting things. But hey, that's what it is. But for me to rewrite Scream 6, oh, Jesus, we would be here for 3 hours because I could totally... I could totally, definitely remove it. But I agree. It has to have more with the classic ones. I feel like there's just, I don't know. I feel like they're pushing the new crew a little bit too much.
that's
like,
what I thought.
The new crew, they don't even have the new crew has no personality per se. You know what I mean? Like the old crew, they had separate characters and they had character development in a way, and there was a story behind each one. This new crew is just like, okay, well, you pissed somebody off, so somebody's gonna come with a scream mask and stab you, blah 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 blah. But they don't really have really unique backstories or personalities. It's just, here we are, we're the new people.
That's exactly what I felt, and I feel like that's a fairly common problem with any movies that have sequels. They kind of often just rush into the new characters and don't do much with them. Just they're here. This is what they're doing.
Which, that's where Scream 5 wasn't too bad. It was it kind of mixed. It kind of looked like a good swap over, but this one was just okay, we're gonna do it. But normally, if any slasher gets to the city, I usually take it as a thing where it's time to retire that slasher.
or to the moon.
Yeah. But it just feels like, I don't know, it's getting too much. Van says he's on his way. I don't know if I just said that.
You did.
I got distracted because one of the dogs was coming over here.
Okay.
But yeah, for Scream 6, sorry, Nick, I'm not doing any spoilers, honestly. We're just saying what we would rewrite. Nick hasn't seen Scream 6 yet. He's waiting to move into his house. So, but what we've said, we haven't really given you any spoilers, so go ahead and watch it. I just personally, I have an in-depth review of it coming up on the channel soon. But rewriting it definitely is one that needs one bad. I really felt like it was overplayed and the people were shocked too much. Every 2 minutes they're like, it's calm down. Calm down. It's okay.
But on my screen randomly are all the Hell House LLC movies.
Yes, those are some of the best.
I thought it was funny because you reviewed those, and they're just that's just what's on my TV right now. Apparently,
I'm looking forward to the prequel. Honestly,
I don't know. I haven't seen them yet.
But those are definitely worth watching because the jump scares are not predictable and you actually have to pay attention to the surroundings. But if anybody's scared of clowns where you live, that is a warning. Okay, here is Van.
Ooh. Hey!
Hello.
Hi!
Hello.
Long time no see.
Yes. my Wi-Fi was being shitty, so I had to fix it.
Okay.
But I'm here.
No worries. Well,
How's everybody?
welcome, Van.
Thank you. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good. I'm going to a concert tomorrow.
Who are you gonna go see?
Watsky.
Nice. I kind of figured you was gonna see him.
Oh, you knew he was on tour? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
most people probably don't know who he is, so let's talk about more relevant things, I guess.
Okay.
You can talk about what you're doing. I don't mind. I mean,
I just don't think anybody knows what the hell I'm talking about, and it's a rapper.
Yeah.
See, I would have known that because I don't listen to rap.
and a genius poet, and
very great imagery for his videos as well. I love his imagery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, very interesting videos. Some of them are really funny.
Well, you guys talk about them. Go ahead. Like I've never even heard of that, and maybe some of the viewers might like that.
You went. Tiff knows more. Raven knows more than I do.
I feel like if our horror viewers that don't entirely like rap, they might like his song "Exquisite Corpse." It's like 10 minutes long. It's him and a bunch of his rapper friends all talking about what if there was a robot apocalypse. It's really funny.
Yeah, they might actually like that.
And then he has a video called "Kill a Hipster" where all the hipsters are zombies and he has to kill them all. And he gets infected at the end and becomes a hipster.
Yeah, see, like I feel like that's the kind of stuff our viewers like.
Yeah, good. I would love to spread the gospel.
I see we're both wearing Michael Myers. I like that.
Oh, are you too? I can barely see you because we're all. Maybe if I turn my camera, my phone, but then like it cuts my head off. So I tried.
You can watch the live stream after.
Yeah, that's true. That's crazy. So, hi. Do they know what he has made, and directed and whatnot?
We have not even said anything about that. That's
okay. I didn't know if you said prior before I got here.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Go ahead. Tell them who you are.
Well, my name is Van Buren. I'm originally from Long Island. I'm a filmmaker. I directed a couple of short music videos, short plays. I directed one movie called Sedated, which is a psychological thriller. And right now I'm currently in between 2 or 3 projects I'm working on, as well as working on my first novel. I'm writing my first novel.
Hey, I'm writing one too.
I'm writing a trilogy because I'm nuts.
See, my novel is actually a 3-part trilogy, and I'm also making it a 3-part book. I mean, a screenplay as well. But I just working on one day I'm working on this part of the trilogy, then that part of the trilogy, then this part of the trilogy. Then I'm also working on this movie that I'm trying to write for Traumaville. So it's all over the place.
Oh, nice. It's interesting because my horror minute coming up on Monday is all about trauma.
Nice. Yeah.
Wait. Weren't they the ones that tweeted at us or we did something for them?
Oh, yeah. Lloyd remembers me from Scaricon back in the day.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I have a quick short story to tell you about myself. I don't remember how old I was, but I know that's back when I had a purple mohawk. And I went into Trauma Studios in New York because obviously I'm from New York. So and I went there to try to get a job. It didn't go so well. But the guy who was sitting in the desk in front of me when you first walk in upstairs was James Gunn. And before he was James Gunn of this fame and everything like that. So I spoke to him briefly and everything like that day. And then years later, when Guardians of the Galaxy 1 first came out, I used to follow him on Twitter. He used to follow me just randomly. So I asked him, I was like, do you remember a black guy with a purple mohawk came to talk to you? He's like, I kind of briefly remember that direction, but not really. I was like, well, that was me. Well, if anyways you shoot in Atlanta, if I could make my way down to Atlanta, can you show me around set? And can I kind of shadow you around for an hour or so? He's like, man, you make your way down Atlanta, you could do the full thing. You could be there the full day, and I'll show you. It's like I was like, because I've been a fan of yours since Trauma. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And then he retweeted everything I said for a week straight. And then I never got a chance to make it to Atlanta, obviously, but he actually remembered me with the purple mohawk, which was cool.
Yeah. I think that's what's really cool about it, though. Like, they remember everybody, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's very impressive.
They don't forget.
Yeah.
It's been years since I even ran into any of them. And they're like, oh, we remember you.
That shows that it pays to have really cool, interesting hair.
Yeah.
That might be my sign. I've been debating getting my bangs back and dyeing half of them.
In my case,
my hair is messed up now.
They called me the ghost because I didn't need ghost makeup.
Nice.
I feel that.
Nice.
Because I didn't have weird hair then, but I had like dark hair, and like they thought I was one of the props because I was like just standing there like this.
I've had people think I was a prop many times.
Well,
so that's why I was like, oh.
Like when I first came to North Carolina, you know, since I have an unusual name, I was in a meeting and I was getting ready to start doing a production on some comedy I was assistant director on. And they was talking like, yeah, that guy Van Buren, and I think he's an idiot. You know, he comes all the way from New York and talks all this stuff about film and all this stuff. I was like, have you guys met him before? They're like, nah, but we just hear through the grapevine. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, awesome. I was like, you said his name's Van Buren? They're like, yeah. It's like, all right, cool. I was like, you know who's running this meeting? They're like, he is, but he's always late. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, you want to start introducing yourself? And everybody went around the table, got to me. I was like, yeah, my name's Van Buren, by the way. They're like, oh no, yeah. They're like, oh no, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. I was like, nah, it's okay, it's all right. But you can call it and leave though. The exit's that way.
Yeah, like who the heck does that?
Yeah,
you don't even know that you're talking to. Oh my god!
But it's funny though because it's a guy on my his name's Adam and his middle name is Van Buren, and he actually used to do film. And years later, I found out that that's the guy that he was talking about. Because he's also too from New York.
Right. So he got you guys mixed up.
Yeah. Which is weird because I didn't even know he existed. And he didn't know I existed. Right. And one of my mutual friends, I was telling him happy birthday. And he commented on it. He's like, hey, you got my name. I was like, I think you got my name. And then I was like, and then I looked on his Facebook page. I was like, oh, wow. I was like, yeah. And it's eerie because I'm older than him by a week.
Oh, wow, that is weird.
So I was like, really? Cool. But that's how messed up my name is. Like, I thought it was not common, but I meet a lot of them.
So is that literally your first and last name? Because I always thought it was some kind of halfway nickname type deal or what?
That is actually my first name, and then my middle name is Joseph.
Okay, so Van Buren is your real first and last name.
Yeah.
I always wondered about that.
Van Buren is just one first name.
Oh, it's your first name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, everybody thinks it's like, is that really your name or is this a stage name? I was like,
yeah.
I hated this name growing up. I did not like it at all. But when I got into writing, everybody's like, yo, that's a unique name to be a writer. How did you come up with that? It's because of Martin Van Buren. I was like, no, it's actually my name, but thank you. Thank you. And people who can't say my full name, I just say Van.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how
I use a stage name, but for my real name, everybody always asks me about a damn book and Shirley Temple movies. Because but it's true though. I kind of did move to the mountains with my grandfather, so I mean it's not far off.
But yeah, everybody thinks Van Buren. My parents love history because my last name's also a historical last name, and I'm like, no, that's just my name. I did not like it because I used to be short and fat and round, and they used to call me Van Burger with cheese. So and I didn't like the name.
I am just checking here. Okay, so Twitter is telling us that they did get the notification for our live today, so that works.
Awesome.
Oh, finally.
Awesome.
So,
awesome.
Did you see Scream 6 yet?
I have not. I was going to watch it yesterday, but I fell asleep. It was because of the movie. It was because of work.
Yeah, no. We were just asking because that was one of the questions that the viewers sent us. They asked if we could rewrite Scream 6, how would we make it? So
Well, you
that
can
might be
share. You can share. I just, for me, I don't mind spoilers. It doesn't bother me.
Me too, but them.
Yeah.
I basically said that it needed a little bit more character development for the newer cast. They're
I
lacking.
agree.
Okay. Like
So like
another thing.
when you go in to watch it, it doesn't feel like a Scream movie. Just a fair
Gotcha.
warning.
So is it like Jason Takes Manhattan?
Kind of, yeah.
That's kind
Once
of
it hits
like,
the city,
like a homage to that.
yeah, kind of.
Okay.
It's kind of,
All right.
eh.
Gotcha.
But so then somebody else is asking us. Let me see if I can bring it up on the screen here. In a battle of the clowns, who do you think will win? Captain Spaulding
Oh
or
no!
Art?
Oh,
All
man,
right. I'm just trying to think of logistics here, and I know that Art split a bitch in half with a chainsaw, and Captain Spaulding is gay. I know his character was already pretty aging, so Art might be able to get him physically.
I'll say Art has way too many weapons. Captain Spaulding is more mouth. So yeah, I'll give it to Art.
Yeah.
I agree with you guys. I agree. Art and then Captain Spaulding, I think, is stronger than it because for it, all you have to do is insult him and he turns away like a little bitch.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing ever.
That would be hilarious though if we had it like on stage and Captain Spaulding was like in charge of his roast. Like
yeah, that would work. Absolutely.
That would be hilarious.
I love that question. I don't remember who submitted that question, but when I saw that they submitted that, I was like, "Oh my god, that's such a good one." I was like,
"That is."
If you think about Art is my favorite clown. So I've never really been a big It fan. So
I felt like I was gonna be biased at first because I've always been into Devil's Rejects, which that again is on one of the documentary shows I was just watching. But I thought like, oh well, obviously really love Captain Spaulding. I'm gonna pick him, right? And then I had to think about it.
I wish Rob Zombie would have completed the trilogy the right way because Three from Hell was just made to be made.
Yeah,
I would love to see the Unholy 2, like the Unholy 2. And we never got a chance to see that.
Yeah, like I feel like they had to rush Three from Hell too because Captain wasn't doing too good health wise. I think I read that, which is unfortunate. I miss him because he used to love coming to our Scarecons up here, and he really loved the area, and he was really nice to talk to Sid, and it was really cool to chill out with him and stuff.
You know what? I have met Bill Moseley twice, but I kept missing the chance to meet Sid Haig, and then I finally got to his line, and like when I was about to be like next or something, they shut down the autograph room, and I never got a chance, and then he died.
Wow. Yeah, I never got. I would love to meet all of them, and I would like to meet Rob because like Rob is like one of my heroes. Like I liked him since he did like the Crow television series, and when he was the music producer behind that, and he's just always been one of my heroes. Like how he basically directed his first movie without having no clue how to direct a film, no school knowledge or nothing, it was great. I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
What did you guys think of his version of the Monsters?
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it because I like the Monsters, but I'm not really the biggest fan of the Monsters. I'm more of Addams Family.
I go both ways.
I'm the same way though, but like I was curious just to see Rob's take on it because I know he likes like the vintage stuff. And so I did check it out, and it was actually a lot better than I expected. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate in the comment section about saying that because I know when I put my review up, everyone's like, "You're wrong, Mercy. You're wrong. It was a horrible film." Like I don't think so.
I think
like,
was actually like made for kids, like to get them into the monsters. I actually heard maybe confirmation of that,
nigga,
Well,
and it would
that's the thing.
explain it.
You
like I
you
had to.
also have to think though, the original Monsters series, there was nothing rated R about it.
No,
So if
yeah.
people were
I
expecting
think
like
people just
gore and
wanted
all
it to be, but he just didn't do it.
Yeah, yeah. Like I actually have the Blu-ray that I never opened yet,
that,
so it's waiting for me to watch it.
but yeah, I think Rob would be interesting. I did meet Bill Moseley before. He was really nice. We got stuck in an elevator with him.
Ah,
Like,
We had about a
that's
45-minute conversation. Luckily, we had food with us, so it was okay. But I mean, like,
cool. That'd be a great reenactment for like if you could interview him one day, just be in the elevator.
yeah. Oh, I like that.
it was way before I actually started doing my channel, so I wasn't even thinking about that.
Right.
So I was just like, okay. And for the most part, like for me, unless I'm in the convention center, I try my best not to bother the celebrities when they're out and about because I know they're trying to have lunch or think about what's next. So I try to be as respectful as possible, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's one of the ones that actually wouldn't have minded if I did.
He's
But
so nice.
it's just my courtesy. Like, I get it. You're around people all day long at the conventions. Like the last thing you want is somebody bothering you in an elevator, especially when it's getting hot because you're trapped in it for a few minutes. It's like
I feel like I talked about it on the last time we were here that he put me on his Instagram once.
Yes, I
You remember?
that. Yes, that's awesome though.
I did a Shining Twins cosplay with my friend, and then my boyfriend at the time was in a wheelchair. We made him like a cardboard little door to stick his head through, and we wrote the Red Realm on it. And so Bill Moseley dropped what he was doing, and he asked to take a picture of us, and we posted.
Nice. That's cool.
I died.
That's cool. I had to start going back out to more conventions. Like I went to
I'm about to
I went even more like film focused because I used to go to like dirty ones, like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, Star Trek or Star Wars stuff like that, way before D23 stuff. Like
somebody added another weird battle for us: The Crow versus Toxic Avenger versus Art.
I don't know shit about Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, I wouldn't even count Toxic Avenger in this conversation. In The Crow, like it doesn't fit, but by default, I guess I'll have to go to Crow because he's already dead. So his fight would even be with those two. They wouldn't even see each other.
That's what I mean, but I guess that was one that was sent to me, so I thought I'd put it on there. That's a weird one.
That's weird.
That one threw me off. I was like, "Am I reading that right?" Because none of that matches.
It doesn't.
Okay. Somebody wants to know the worst horror TV series.
Okay. The worst. I really didn't like Scream. I barely got started into it.
Yeah, Scream. That's more recent. If we could say older version, let's see. Where's horror television series? The remake of The Twilight Zone.
I agree.
I didn't see that.
I agree. The remake is definitely hard to stomach.
Yes.
Thought it would be like foolproof.
I thought it was going to be good, and I was like, let me watch a couple episodes, and this is like, no, can't do it.
No, because the original had that creep factor to it, and the remake, I don't know, it was missing something. It was either too cheesy.
They tried to that's why I love horror, so I hate when people try to scare you. You have to let the scare happen naturally.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what makes art so great. He doesn't. It's not. Oh, you're gonna get scared there. It just happens naturally and organic. That's what makes a good villain, good anything. It's just. But with the new Twilight
The
Zone,
one thing that
they try too hard to scare you. Like you like, I know that's gonna happen. Oh, I'm not scared.
one of our viewers, Van, says you have a very cool name.
Thank you. Thank you.
But let's see.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about art. We're talking about art again because he seems to be. I'm actually looking for. I saw that they're supposed to make a third movie, and everyone was like, "They don't need to make a third." I think they do.
Yeah.
I think they.
They
I
are.
think they could do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll make a third. It's supposed to be like 3 hours long or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw he posted the other day, like, to get the fans' input. Like, do you want a long, like, uncut, R-rated, or in the theater, or the streaming services?
I would love to see it in theater.
Yeah, yeah. They're about to put the first one, I think, briefly into theaters. They said.
Okay, they should do a double billing. Have the All Hallows Eve and then the first one.
They
Yes,
could,
because a lot of people don't
or
know
1
that
and
it's All
2.
Hallows Eve is part of it.
Yeah, that's his first appearance. So it's
That's right.
yeah. Well, surprisingly, that film's actually on both of them are on Tubi.
Yeah,
They are. Yeah. I love Tubi to find all the weird horror movies.
Yeah, I go to Walmart I bought this past Easter. I was watching the Easter Bunny Massacre, both of them.
Yeah.
That's my new Easter tradition.
I mean, yeah, I try to do that usually too. I didn't end up. I don't think I did it this year, but my boyfriend was sick. But like we did, track the Easter Bunny the night before.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, Thanksgiving,
yes.
things like that.
Yes.
Yeah. I am a sucker for like very weird horror movies.
Yeah.
Me too. The weirder, the better. I like the ones that make me think.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. He was talking about jump scares versus like organic scares, and I just I feel like jump scares don't count as scares because they're startled. It's just a surprise.
I like that take on it.
Yeah, so I think that's not fair. I think it should be more psychological.
That's the type of horror I write. If I could scare you up here, I'm gonna scare you everywhere else.
Exactly. That's the way to do it. That's how I'm trying to do it.
And like I also like I noticed like a lot of the blue tint in horror movies. I was watching an older horror movie the other day that didn't have that blue tint, and I was so excited because it actually like allowed me to pay attention to the creatures in the background. Like
Nice.
that blue tint that they use. I'm just like it looks like I'm watching a poster.
Did we talk about this the other day, or it was just like totally unrelated? This came up in my life. Okay.
Gotcha. What horror movie that pleasant?
Major deja vu.
We had another question. I was about to read it, but go ahead. What?
Go ahead. I was about to read it too. It popped up.
All right, go ahead.
Mercy.
You still there?
No. I froze for a second. Sorry.
Okay, there you go. Yep. You want to read the question?
Oh, you can. It's okay.
You can read it. It's all right.
Oh, what is a horror movie that pleasantly surprised you?
Let me see. Brain Scan.
What's that?
I actually don't think I saw that one.
With what's his name? Was the Edward Furlong? It came out like 94, 95. Like I never even heard of the movie, and I was talking to one of my friends out here, and he was talking about you need to see Brain Scan. I'm like, what is that? I never even heard of it. He's like, it's a great low-rated horror movie. I was like, I'll check it out, and I was like, okay. I watched it. It was good. The villain Trickster is good in it, and it's actually supposed to get remade, but it never did. But Brain Scan to me, it surprised me.
I watched one recently on Tubi, and I think it's House on the Bayou. That one was actually surprisingly good.
Yeah, I had to check that out.
I don't have an answer yet.
You're
I've been
fine.
thinking so hard the whole time.
I do
Like,
apologize if it sounds like we're talking over each other. My internet's being a little bit laggy, so I do apologize.
no worries.
It's being weird.
It's also inevitable for three people to talk over each other eventually, I think.
Yeah. That's
I just didn't want to be rude or anything. It's just the internet being weird today.
no worries. Like
How
this,
many viewers do we have?
I'm scared to check at the moment because my internet's messed up. On my computer, it says 3. Then it on my phone it jumped to 8, and then it jumped to 10, and then it jumped back down to 3. Like it's going up and down. So like people are seeing it this time.
It was at 10.
What we should do is like next horror convention, like since we're all three in 3 different locations, the next horror location is like that's closer to all 3 of us. We should meet up and do live stream there.
Yes, that'd be
Have
cool.
like our own little booth and stuff. I'll be down.
Yeah,
for
we've been
it.
talking about trying to do the booth thing.
Yeah, I'll be down for it.
I miss doing that. I used to do that with a lot of my horror art and my props that I make.
Nice.
So
See, like I said,
it's been a while. I
gotta get more back into the movie side of doing stuff like that because I usually before the pandemic happened, I used to be more film oriented, and I used to be like kind of secretly to share my movies with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll make something and then like boom, or somebody would come in one of my friend like, oh, I didn't know you were right. You have so many movies. I was like, here, read this, and they're like, this is incredible. Push it out there, do this, do that, and I was like, they're like, you ever produce anything? I'm like, yeah, I produce stuff all the time. Just don't tell people. I just keep it quiet.
Yeah,
I just keep it quiet. And now that it's over, like to me, the industry is now oversaturated of not really so good stuff. But I still enjoy it because nobody sets out to make a bad film. So I enjoy it. But I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know I could do better. So I need to put the foot on the gas pedal. If that makes sense.
Absolutely. And I feel like to me, Hollywood currently is putting out a lot of duds, but wonderful creative people in the underground that like a lot of their stuff is just amazing, you know, and even if it has cheesy acting or camera angles, it doesn't matter because like the storyline's really, really good, you know.
Yeah,
so it's like it makes up for that, you know.
Yeah, like I if that's what catches me into a movie, if the story's good, I could forgive the acting. I more so blame the director. Like most people have favorite actors, I have favorite directors and favorite writers, and then like I have favorite prop designers and so on and so forth. Like I could care less about the actor. Like
right.
I'm sorry, I'm tripping over here, but like every one of these subjects that are being brought up, like they've already happened recently, so it's weird.
You're fine.
Go on. Just bad deja vu. So bad.
Well, sometimes too, like since a lot of the viewers didn't get to catch our last live stream, there may have been a couple repeats, Reverie, simply because they weren't here to see it last time. So that could be what's happening too.
Yeah. Like I actually co-wrote a script that never went nowhere. It's called The Butterfly with Human Eyes, and it deals with like psychological deja vu.
Oh, it's like a butterfly effect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed.
I like that type.
You're not supposed because if you see a butterfly with human eyes, you're not supposed to look at it. It's supposed to send you on this worldly trip, and we based it off that. But the reason why I didn't go nowhere, a friend of mine who wrote it with me, he actually decided to join the military, and now he doesn't write horror movie no more because he's a military guy and he writes country music. That's what he does now. But he can't sing, so I don't know why he still does country music. You know, if he's watching, if he ends up watching this, he knows who I'm talking about. Like it's like country. he sings country music with autotune. Like it's bad. Still
Oh,
love him, but
yeah.
I still love him. I still love him, but it's bad.
Yeah, dude, if you are watching this, it's okay to like do country, but cut off the auto tune, man. That doesn't sound good on anybody.
Like
They're using country's using autotune now.
Like it reminds me of that skit that T-Pain did with Taylor Swift.
Oh
Like,
no!
yeah.
Watsky has a new song with T-Pain.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, it's called "What's the Move."
Gotcha. But I can't sing either. But you know, I can't sing, but I can write you a song, I guess.
Songwriters are important too.
I could do lyrics. Yeah.
Like I'll love to see like a well done. Besides Repo, I'd love to see a well done horror musical.
Yes. Need more of that.
But I think more psychologically messed up than Repo was. Repo to me was very campy.
Yeah.
I want a creepy one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like somebody with a bass tone voice like lurking in the background singing something creepy and it sounds like a whisper in your ear, but it's not? Oh yeah, that'd be creepy.
Oh.
That'd be awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, like almost as damage, like almost as the let's see, like Devil Rejects meet like Seven as a musical.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that would be perfect.
That would be phenomenal.
And that would be interesting too, have the campy elements and the serious elements.
Yeah.
I still need to share this link to this live, dude.
My phone's been doing that on auto all day. We got up to 10, then it jumps around, but the thing is, we got to keep doing them.
We're gonna get 100 follows pretty soon. It's gonna go up there.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm not worried about it. I'd rather it happen organically and have people genuinely like our stuff than just do it just because, you know.
Yep. Like I already told you guys the podcast with Taylor Scout Compton. Mm-hmm. I think you guys do a better job than she does.
I love her. I didn't know she had a podcast.
Yeah. It's her and what's that? I skipped the Danielle Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, but they started out as talking about horror specific things, and then now they're talking about like the new lotion they like.
Oh.
So it's like stay with horror, but
yeah.
You know, I mean, if you want to do an all around podcast, fine, but it's I don't like it anymore.
Well, I think that would like even for me, I would be like I'm not. If I wanted to do that, I would follow your personal pages where you can talk to me about your favorite lotion. I tuned in for the horror, not what you rub on your skin.
Yeah, exactly. But it's all right though. You know, I wanted to start being Tiff. I mean, like I keep saying it. Sorry, me and Miss Adams we was actually gonna do a podcast together. I don't know if I ever told you. Did I ever tell you the name that it was gonna be?
I don't remember.
It was gonna be Beauty and the Beast. It was gonna be Beauty and the Beast.
I do remember that.
Yeah, and we was gonna talk all things horror. You know, her being the beauty, me being the beast, because I look like a beast.
And Van wants to put me in a movie. What all kind of movies would you all like to see him put me in? Tell us in the comments.
And let us know in the comments if you are watching on the live and the replay.
I would love to have both of you guys in the Home Sweet Home.
That'd be awesome.
Is familiar.
That is one of the trilogy parts that I'm working on, the novel / screenplay, which I stopped because I kept getting hate on Reddit saying it sounds too much like Black Phone, but it's not Black Phone at all. Until maybe sparked me to write it again. It's when one person actually saw what I was doing. Is Home Sweet Home is basically about a doctor in this very rich town in upstate New York, and he kills each one of his wives because they have an imperfection. So it finally gets to his last wife, and she gets messaged by the past wives to try to escape. But the problem is she's already dead, and she doesn't know she's dead to the very end. To the very end, you know, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's almost like a retelling of Henry VIII." I was like, "Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do." But in modern settings, but they were like, most people was like, it sounded like Black Phone. Was like, I knew about Black Phone before the most people did because I read it in the short story that was in one of the horror magazines.
Oh.
Mm.
And it wasn't even called
I was
Black
actually
Phone yet.
disappointed in Black Phone. I didn't find it creepy at all. I was like, that's it?
I was a little disappointed. It was pretty good.
It was good, but it wasn't scary.
Yeah.
It could have been done much better.
Yeah. It's just everybody was still taken back. Ethan Hawke's playing a villain. Oh my god, it's crazy. How's he playing a villain? Like, okay. That's what all the hype came from. Like
I just like they could have done so much better though with him being, that caliber of an actor. He could have been creepier, but
a lot better. If I don't know if you guys on my TikTok, I posted a while ago. I didn't get really that much like, but I did want to do a fan made film of Michael Myers meet Pinhead versus Pinhead, and because they actually had a script, and I was going to pick off where the script left off and do a fan made film, but I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'll wait till later on and do something like that.
Versus who?
Pinhead.
What are you saying?
Pinhead from Hellraiser.
Pinhead. Okay, I was hearing Pinhead and like some kind of Italian pasta.
Michael Myers versus the Italian pasta. Now there's a trauma movie.
There you go. Well, the title of the movie I'm working on for Trauma, which they are like, because you can write a script and just submit it to them, and they let you work on it and everything like that. And I already submitted the idea for them, and they liked it. I have a crush on my MILF neighbor with 3 breasts. So they liked it.
That could be some good modern pin-up stuff.
Yeah.
Have you, River, you've never seen any trauma movies at all?
No, I know I have. I can't remember which ones off the top of my head, but I know I've seen like at least like 3 or 4 or something.
I was about to say, that's like perfect trauma stuff right there. I wouldn't expect anything less than a title like that.
Yeah, and they asked me like in one line, how could I describe it? I was like, well, it's Trauma's version of The Graduate.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, okay, we love to see when you finish writing the script, and hopefully we can shoot it. I was like, sounds like a plan with me.
I hear they're really fun to work with, though. Like, I know a couple people that have worked with them, and they said it's really fun to do and work with them, and I like that.
Yeah, see, Trauma gave me my like, cause I didn't go to film school at all. I always wrote, but I never thought I would be a screenwriter. I just wrote and loved movies. But Trauma actually had a box set like back in 2003 when I first started, called "Make Your Own Damn Movie."
Yes, I read that book.
Yeah, I read the book, and I bought the DVD set, and then that's what gave me the courage to go up to the studios and like, hey, look at me, I can do this. And then later on, I found out that it had a more, I don't want to say serious approach to it, but the guy, Dove S.S. Simmons, had a thing called 2-day film school, where you go Saturday and Sunday. And it's basically from like the crack of dawn all the way to the end of the night, and you're basically up for about 46 hours a day for the whole weekend.
Oh, wow.
Learning, and I was like, it came to New York City. I was like, I'm going. There's like, it's $500. I was like, I don't care. I'm going.
Oh my God. Hold on.
Now no problem. Okay. Now it's like almost $3,000 or more to go. And even if you buy the video online, and I was like, I had to go, and I went, and I still have the DVDs and stuff like that from after I went, and I still brush up on that and learn new stuff and refresh myself.
Absolutely. Why not take the opportunity when that comes around? It's crazy now. Like, I know for the special effects stuff that I got to do, like to practice and learn with, it was only like $50, and now I looked at it and it's like $3,800 to do it, and I'm like, no.
Like I signed in for, like, I went to like a week course of free training of Stan Wilson, his art school he had when it online wasn't even a big thing, and I just watched it. Like, I don't do props or makeup, but I know how to do it. So
Yeah.
I never actually experiment. But like
Mhm.
I'm the type of director. If I'm on set and I'm doing something, I have to help this person out. The art department help this person out. I don't like to say, "Oh, that's just your job. I'm not gonna do nothing. Just listen to what I have to
Right.
say." I don't like doing that. Even in my real
Yeah.
even in my real life job, like I'm assistant manager at a grocery store, and I never say I'm somebody's boss. I just manage situations as they come, and that's how I treat
Right.
directing. That's how I treat directing. Like I manage the situation in front of me, the camera, and everything like that. So everybody loves to work with me because I don't have an ego problem.
Right. And I feel like that's a good thing though, because then as a director, you're building a good community to have like to create your films, like there's a mutual
Yeah,
respect for everybody's job. Even if you just know a little bit about what the special effects artists go through, it's better communications and all that stuff. And then your film gets done the way you like it because people are like, man, I really like working with you. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
it's really good to have that. I know like a lot of times people are just like, oh, you just do this, and it's like just to
yeah,
this. This
yeah.
is a project, man.
Yeah, like that's what, like I'm good doing cinematography work, but I choose not to do it because it takes for too much of what I have to do, and then always like if I'm gonna put my best foot forward, everybody else follows in it, which I love. Like I was on the set of a comedy I was doing, and it was my very first time doing a film in North Carolina. Before this is after the meeting, and I was like I said, I was assistant director. So a lady stands up, she says, I got underwear older than you. I'm not gonna listen to nothing you have to say. I was like, okay, that's interesting. But so the next day I was shy and nervous. So the next day I was like, you may have underwear older than me, but check this out. This is my set, and I'm gonna help you out, and you help me out, and we're gonna learn each other. There's no need to be disrespectful. If you got to be disrespectful, the door is right there, and everybody in the room was like, oh, and from that day on, we worked beautifully together. We did several projects already together, so but that's just a little like films and stuff I did. Like,
Wow.
I
My phone just turned off the screen because the light went off on the screen, and then so it just shut down the whole screen.
no. But yeah, I'm itching to get back on set. Like I just can't wait.
Well,
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm trying to see what question got sent to us because Van, I think it's directed to you. I'm just trying to see what pop up here. I think it is. Someone's asking. Nope, not that one.
How to get into filmmaking?
Yep.
Was it?
Did it pop up?
Okay. How to get? Yep, it popped up. How to get into filmmaking? Is find something you like, what you like to do, and it like say if you like action movies, for example. Try to create like a short sketch of acting, and then blossom from there, and just start meeting random people. Like if you walk into work, going to work, say, "Hey, I'm working on this film. Do you want to do this film?" And just go to just gun hold it. Just go from there. Like don't let anything stop you, because that's basically how I got into filmmaking. Was because I was a writer and I always wrote, and then there was also a dare. I went to go see a movie, and one of my friend's little brother, he has a big mouth, and I was like, this movie is garbage. He's like, Van, let me see you do better, and that stuck a needle in my thing. The next 2 weeks, I got make your own damn movie, learn how to make the film, and I shot my first small film. It was only 3 minutes long. It was Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I played the zombie. I played the neighbor. I played the old lady. I played the old lady down the street. I was the director. I was the writer. I did it all. Like I was just going for it. But yeah, just don't take risks. Don't be scared of doing anything. Just take a risk. If it could be written, it could be filmed. So
or be scared, do it anyway.
yeah. As one of my good friends would say.
I have it tattooed.
Yeah, I'll read that one. Sorry, the question.
Yeah,
the questions are popping up, and somebody asked, "What equipment do they need to start filmmaking?"
I started with a Canon 3D, but you could use your phone nowadays. Just use your phone, and to make the power is in editing. That's the where the power is. That you could edit the hell out of it by using your phone. You're great. Like one of my favorite movies that came out the last couple of years that was done with a phone is Unsane. That was shot
Okay.
directly with 4 iPhones.
Oh
And,
wow.
and that it was insane because the way it was shot, you're like, wow, that happened. Like if you have friends who skate, sing, whatever, just shoot it with the iPhone and just practice editing that and just do whatever. Like you got there's so many apps out there on your phone you can find. There's tutorials how to edit. You can go to Fiverr and find an editor there to edit your film. Just start. Just use anything you have laying around the house. Everybody has a phone. Just pick up your phone and do it. That's one thing I wish I had when I first started. I wish it was a phone that I could pick up and just go. But I had a razor. I don't think I was going to do anything with a razor, but I had a razor.
Yeah, no.
So, but
What?
when I shot,
Some of the
and
younger
then
people are gonna be like, "What's the razor?"
Yeah.
when I shot my first, when I to shoot my first like little sketch and everything like that before I did my first short film, which was only 5 minutes long, I literally asked my friend's father, who was a photographer. I was like, "Does that take video?" He's like, "Yeah, it takes like 45 seconds video." So I was like, "Can I borrow your camera for like a weekend?" He's like, I don't know about that." I was like, "I'll give you $100." He's like, "All right." He's like, "Cool." The next question was, "How was I gonna get $100? I didn't have it."
Right.
But I found out at GameStop, thanks to GameStop, I traded in my PlayStation 2 and I just shot just shooting and shooting and shooting. And I went to the library to edit my first film because I had a free program at the library. But yeah, just pick up anything and just start shooting. You don't need no great equipment. You're the equipment. If you could tell a great story with that lens, no matter what the lens is, you're good.
It's a good quote.
There's also another question for you, Van, because people are coming in here and dropping them down. I'm going to try to get it on the screen for you so you can see it.
It was.
How can I start writing a screenplay? How I started. All right, I don't recommend. You could, yeah, go ahead and do it. Have a conversation with your mom, your sister, your brother, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever. Just have a conversation with them, record the conversation, and then go back and play it to yourself and write that and tweak that as a conversation and continue writing, you keep continue growing, and then organically you'll end up having a movie just based on that conversation.
An interesting idea.
But I had no one to talk to because I'm an only child, so I talk to myself. And that's how I started. And that's how I developed the Zombies Ate My Neighbors, because I had no one to talk to. I knocked on my neighbor's door, nobody was home. I said, "What am I going to do?" And then I see zombies in the backyard lurking around. I ran away from them. They spotted me. They chased me. I was an old lady telling me, "Get out of there! Run! Get out of there!" And then I kept continuing going, and then I woke up and it was a dream, and that's how the movie ended. That was it.
Right. But see, like, I feel like I have a lot of short stories that I'm pushing over into screenplays too, and like I can definitely, that advice is more sound than like some of the stuff that I've gotten. I think a lot of times when people answer that question, they try to make it more complex than it has to be. It's like they're trying to gatekeep how to do it, and it's kind of weird because like we're all trying to be creative together, like it's so weird.
Exactly. That's what I tell you. There's enough ideas out there for everyone, and everyone could be a writer. That's the biggest gift about being human. Like we've been telling stories from the beginning of time, and you can always elaborate on each story that you heard. Like like I said, and it started out to me like when I got deeper into it, I started writing stuff that I wanted to see personally on screen, and then I started falling in love and like my greatest accident I wrote that I'm never going to share with anybody is I wrote a musical that was a prequel to the Titanic.
Oh wow!
And everybody's like, "How did you come up with that concept?" Well, I like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. My ex at the time was watching the Titanic, and I was like, "I don't want to see the Titanic for the 500 millionth time, but whatever. I'm going to watch Hunchback of Notre Dame on my laptop," and I watched it. And it got to the part where Jack was drawing the picture of the girl with the one leg. So I was like, I wonder what her story is. So I start piecing together the Jack the Ripper with that lady with her leg getting chopped off. And it became the prostitute, the Twilight hooker with one leg. And then I start like, you know what, this would be great as a musical. So I put on some White Zombies, some Genesis, and I just made a crazy ass playlist, and I just start listening to it, and I was like, cool, and I just start writing, and then it became a musical, and it's been 132 pages. But I'll never share that with the world. I don't want nobody to know I write musicals.
You just told them.
That they could know, but they won't read it. So
Yeah. Okay. Got you.
you'll never find it. Even if I win an Oscar in the next 10 years, like, is that musical come out? No.
Use a pen name.
Have you ever on Tubi saw that weird one? Like, it's like a Titanic 666 or whatever. It's a very weird movie. Oh my god!
I gotta check it out. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
It was so bad. It was awful. The CGI is awful. It's just, oh my god, such a
So, just Titanic is a horror movie?
They tried. I mean, like, there's just some things that you can't make into horror movies, and that's one of them. Because I mean, the boat sinks, so like that's horrific in itself. Like, you don't need monsters, like, so like when they try to add like the drama and the helicopters coming down, or I don't know if that was Titanic 666 or another Titanic one, but it's on Tubi, and it's like they have several Titanic ones that are like horror movies, or they label them as horror movies, and I'm just like, this doesn't work.
No, they're gonna have a bunch of ghosts from drowned people pull the ship down, and that's really what happened.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, but but like for the most part, like I love influence horror with real events and stuff like that. So a lot of my horror movies will have like retelling the real events, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that absolutely makes sense.
So like during that period of time, you would think like, oh snap, did that really happen during that time? Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm currently working on a script for a short film that I'm doing. It's going to be a short web series first. It's basically got a mixture of like stuff that happened in real life versus a little bit of fiction too, about the dude that owned my property back in the day. It was kind of weird.
Gotcha. I see a passion project I would love to write, but I'm not gonna. I don't have the time, and I think people are too sensitive nowadays. But the whole COVID thing, I want to turn that to zombies, and the people who got affected with COVID would be the zombies, and it's like the end of the world type thing. But I want to make it as is tape. I want to make it as a newscast. And it's coming from one reporter.
Found footage.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But my humor outside of writing is heavily infused in that, and like I said, a lot of people are sensitive, and I don't want to offend anybody, but it happens.
I feel like though, when it comes to my writing, I probably offend some people. I don't mean to. It's not intentional. But then at the end of the day, people are like, wait, when I read that or I watch that, it makes me think about something else. And then they end up liking my stuff. So who knows? It might actually work really well.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean.
Because I just like I said, I love scaring people psychologically. I love it. That's why I'm like a huge fan of Japanese horror.
Yeah,
like I love it.
That's intense.
And I blame my dad, because my dad got me. My mom had me reading comic books when I was real young. My dad wouldn't let me watch stuff that couldn't happen. So like Jason, Michael, he would let me watch that because they're serial killers. So.
Right.
And I was like 7. Like I remember, like one of the crazy stories I remember. I was about maybe 6 or whatever. No, I had to be 5, about to be 6. And my dad gave me this big, thick white paper, and there was a book that he photocopied because he was cheap and he didn't want to go to the library and get the book. So the book that he photocopied was It, and he made me read it because he heard rumor that the miniseries was coming out on my birthday, and it actually came out. If you look it up on my 7th birthday, and I actually had
Oh,
I watched it. I was 7, and all my friends were scared that when I told them I was like, "There's nothing wrong with it. It's fictional, but it could happen one day. Somebody could dress up like a clown and do all the stuff. I don't want to see that. It's scary." But
Yeah.
so I'm kind of numb to it. And then when I got older, that's when I got more into Japanese horror. And like I said, I'd never pictured that I would be writing movies and screenplays. I just thought I would be just a regular guy. Like my job by trade right now is an assistant manager at a grocery store, but I went to school to be a pharmacist,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I thought I was going to be doing.
Somebody put up Pinhead versus Freddy versus Deadites. They really have a lot of weird things they're sending us.
Yeah, I say Freddy because everybody they all go to sleep. So
that's are Deadites gonna sleep? Do Deadites sleep?
Well,
Does Pinhead sleep?
they don't like light because in the Evil Dead game you have to use the bonfires to keep them away. So if you light a fire, the Deadites are gone. So
yeah, and Freddy deals with fire a lot, so he doesn't like it, but he can overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
So Freddy,
Absolutely, I agree.
Like Freddy was actually one of my when I was in high school. I wanted to be not wannabe, but I was trying to be a rapper, I guess. And my name was Freddie with a PH. It was Freddie Eunice.
Nice.
So I was terrible. I was terrible. So I don't know why everybody liked me.
I was gonna say, do you still rap? I was gonna say, did you ever try any songs with Alex?
We was actually going to help produce one of his albums.
I know.
I was going to write some of the stuff. I was going to write some of the stuff, and I was going to actually pick up the mic and change it just with my mic. I was going to change my voice and everything, so no one knows it was me. But yeah,
Alex was my best friend. His rap name was Nailbiter, and that's where I met Van from, because he was going to make music videos for him.
Did I tell you how me and Alex met?
I don't remember. I feel like I've heard this, but
yeah, we had a mutual friend, and one day I was over at the mutual friend's house, and I was just reading a comic book, and he's like, "You read comic books?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, we talked for like a whole hour straight, not even know each other's name. We literally got in his Jeep and went for a ride and went to eat, talking, and having a great conversation, and he's telling me how he does music. I was telling him how I write movies, and he's like, "I'm gonna let you hear some of my songs." Like he played some of the songs. I came with like that. I came up with an idea for a music video, and I was like, I could produce music too. He's like, "For real?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, we gotta get there. And then finally at the end of the night, he's like, "My name's Alex." It's like, "My name is Van Buren." He's like, "What? That's your name?" I was like, "Yeah, that's really my name." And then he's like, "What are you doing tomorrow?" I was like, "Nothing, but I work out." At the time, I was working at Walmart. So I was like, I gotta be at work at Walmart. He's like,
we've all worked at Walmart then.
And I was like, he was like, for real? I was like, yeah. So he's like, all right. And then I went to work the next day, and I didn't know that he lived around the corner from the Walmart that I worked at. So he came in as a shopper, and we continued the conversation. I was like, you know what? Forget this.
He probably robbed the hell out of that Walmart every day.
I was like, you know what? Forget this. I'm clocking out. And I was like, you want to hang out? And we hanged out for the whole day. We just talk about music, life, everything. And he instantaneously became one of my best friends out here. And I miss the guy, man. I miss him a lot.
He's the one that said be scared, do it anyway from the tattoo I was showing you. That nobody, you couldn't even read it, even if you were here in front of me. You couldn't read it still. Yeah, but that's what it says.
Yeah, I miss him a lot. Like he was a good dude. Like if I was falling down in my writing and I needed help with it, and I was stuck on something, he would shake me out of it. So he was a good dude.
Yeah.
And that's how me and Tiff met, and she was gonna come move where I live at, and
I was gonna move in with Alex, yeah.
And then and I was like, you know what? And then he told me like she loves horror too. I was like, really? I was like, ask her does she want to do a podcast? Like I was so nervous that I didn't want to ask her. And then he asked her, and then she said, yeah, we could give it a try. And then we was gonna do it. And then everything happened, and we're still friends, which is great. I love it.
Yeah. This is
I-
one.
What?
This is wine.
One. I
Oh,
got
I
a
thought,
beer.
I thought you said it was white out. I was so confused. I'm like, why are you drinking white out?
No, it's not. It's not even white. It's a white wine.
That's why I was confused. I was like, whoa, what?
I have a beer in the fridge, but I like very dry wine. Like it has to be extremely dry. I like no trace of sweet.
Oh, all I can do is sweet.
Like my favorite is Cava, which is like a very dry wine from Spain.
Did you say kava?
Yeah,
You don't mean like the root tea stuff, right?
no,
Okay.
it's like you know,
You got another comment saying that you have a cool name, man.
appreciate it.
Everybody's loving your name this evening.
Well, my dog name has the same name as me. It's my junior.
Aw.
Then they want to know what we think. Let me see if
Mike-
it's going to bring up my
Michael
laptop.
Myers or Ghostface.
Yep.
I'll say
I don't know if
easily,
it's
hands down. I love Ghostface, but hands down Michael Myers because Michael Myers is not human. Ghostface is always
Agreed.
played by always a human. So Mike Myers. If you
I
could, I don't know if anybody can see, but you see my blanket in the
Yep.
Yeah.
background. That's, my sister got that for me a couple Christmases ago. I think that's like my favorite Christmas gift I ever got.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Michael Myers, but also I wonder which Ghostface they mean.
That's all they wrote was Ghostface. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speaking of like like Scream, like I would love like I Know What You Did Last Summer. They were
Mhm.
fine movies, but when I later on in life I found out they were books. I would love to
Mhm.
see a actual adaptation of the book, not
Yes.
like the right way. I think that would be phenomenal. But of course, now they did it, they would have to change the name and do all that stuff.
Exactly. Just trying to see if we have any more that I can get up on the screen here. Don't mind me. I have my phone set up here so I can see because my laptop's full screen over here. So
You're fine. I'm staying
And
away from my phone.
you're
So-
also frozen.
Yeah.
Frozen.
Oh,
Is it
you're
better?
back. Wait,
Okay.
you were back. Now you're not back.
Now you good. There you go.
Okay. So I'm not going to pop this up on the screen since this is being temperamental, but I'll just say Cannibal Holocaust or the Green Inferno.
I haven't even seen.
Cannibal
think-
Holocaust.
Was the green? No,
I'm Cannibal Holocaust too. I think Green Inferno is its dweeby little brother.
Yes. Well said. Yes.
That's all I have to say. And remember, if you haven't looked at it, I would suggest watching Cannibal Holocaust first before Green Inferno.
Yes. I agree. Like one horror movie I would never watch again in the rest of my life because I don't think is a horror movie. I think is an insult. Is I Spit on Your Grave.
I am afraid to watch that, and I very rarely ever say that about anything. And I was just talking about that today too.
That one gets too close to home for a lot of people, I think. So that one's definitely hard to take and watch.
Like I watched it just because I wanted to see what the whole big fuss about it, but I can't never watch it again. Like it's and this I can't.
I feel like that's the one that touches up on real subject matters. Like it's supposed to make us cringe. It's supposed to make us not want to watch it again.
Yeah.
And I had the joy of meeting the actress from the original. I forgot her name off the top of my head, but I spoke with her because I asked her. I was like, that must have been hard to play. And she's just like, you just get in the zone of acting. And I'm all like, still, I would be like, whoa.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That would be hard for me to film. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because I have so many female friends.
Mm-hmm.
And they all like sisters to me, so I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, props to the actresses that did their thing for that, but I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wouldn't have been able to at all.
Yeah.
All right. They're asking Out of these 3 John Carpenter films, which one do you like? The Thing,
Okay.
They Live,
Okay.
or hold on, I lost. Oh, The Fog.
Well, I came here to chew bubblegum, kick ass, and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Mm-hmm.
If you know where that's from, that tells you what movie I like.
Yep. That's my favorite one out of those 3.
Now, my favorite underrated John Carpenter film will either be Vampires or Assault of Prison 13.
Yep. I am frozen again. I'm trying
Yes.
to not be
You've
frozen.
been like more frozen more often than not.
Yeah, I'm on my laptop today because my big computer, I was downloading some new stuff for my editing program, so it wasn't available. So I
Gotcha.
apologize, guys. I
No
apologize.
worries.
Next time I'll be on the big one. The next time the 3 of us get to chat, I will
No
be
worries.
on the computer.
Like my wife, I was acting up earlier, and what's weird about it. I don't use Google Chrome, so it wasn't recognizing it. So
Yeah.
I had to download Google Chrome because I use DuckDuckGo. So
Mm-hmm.
and I had to recognize it, but it's all straight now. But it was acting weird, like it wouldn't let me go on anything.
Yeah, I don't normally use Google Chrome either, but that's the only way this software will let me be heard on my mic for some reason. And this software is just easy to use for when we have guests and stuff. I just send a link instead of requiring a download for another program like Skype or something, It's just
Yeah,
overall a little bit easier.
I like it, like. But I'm usually free Saturdays. I have to work
Mhm.
every Saturday preceding a holiday. So tomorrow's
Yeah.
Mother's Day. So I have to work this Saturday.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, I need to order some presents on Amazon
gotcha.
I know
for Mother's Day.
next week we're doing the live movie watch stream. We're doing Dead Alive because Reverie hasn't seen it yet.
Okay.
And all the viewers they want to see her reaction
Gotcha.
to some of the stuff movie.
I have to send you my stuff back for Shutter.
Yeah, I was talking about that today too.
I love Shudder.
Yep. Yes.
I think we might have just gotten like a
I love
trial, or maybe this is something else.
Yeah. It reminds me of how Chiller TV used to be.
Yeah,
yes, and I love
loved
the
it.
too.
I forgot about
The new
that.
creatures I really love.
Yeah. Like somebody should. They need to redo a more serious take of Tales from the Crypt. I think that'd be phenomenal too.
Oh my gosh, yes! We should do it. The 3 of us can do it. We can do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Like
I really love the new Creep Show though, especially the one with like the Deadites versus the Bob Ross character. I laughed so hard. That was hilarious.
Right?
That made my day.
We should all 3 try to figure out how to get on Shutter.
Yeah, yes, love that.
And then maybe we could be like the only podcast on Shutter.
That would be cool.
I think there's a couple, but I've never listened to them.
They have video. They don't have video though.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Probably why I didn't listen to them because I put my laptop up when I'm cooking or something, and I like to watch something while I'm.
When I'm cooking, I either listen to old school gangster rap or death metal. There's no in between.
Love that.
Like I grew up, I grew up weird. I grew up listening to like Fetus and Tupac. Like I just grew up weird.
I grew up weird too because I grew up with like grandparents from Germany, so I had to listen to a lot of polka when I was a kid.
I gotcha.
Okay,
it makes
so
sense. It makes sense.
And yodeling, lots and lots of yodeling. I know that kind of stuff. And people are like, well, you just listen to Megadeth. Why do you have like chicken yodeling on your playlist? I'm like, it reminds me of Grandma's house. Leave me alone.
What, North Germany or South Germany?
They were from Hanover, I believe.
Okay, I have family from Caribbean. Hence why I got this wonderful name. Hence why I got this wonderful name.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, like you guys have me on Facebook, so you see my name. So like, there's
Yeah.
There's a clue right there.
I am also German, but don't have any further details after that.
If like this is how I got this wonderful name, and I was like, really, thank you, but cool. Like I can actually write and speak German, but I choose not to do it.
I used to know quite a bit. My brother knows more than me. I'm just out of practice. My brother gets drunk and he turns German when he does. So
gotcha. Like I wanted to make a complete German horror movie and shoot it in Germany because I have friends who still live in Germany who live in Germany, and I also have friends who live in Austria.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to do that. Like in the German horror movie I was going to write was actually called, what was it? Man, I forgot what it was called, but it was basically my version of Natural Born Killers.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more of a horror element than Natural Born Killers being a wild, crazy action movie.
I had been told that was a horror movie, so my life is a lie. But somebody said that something I was writing at one point sounded like that, so they said I should watch it, and I have been listening to it for years.
It's horrific, but it's not horror. It's not a horror movie. It's like a movie that I consider a horror movie that most people don't consider a horror movie is the original Terminator.
Oh yeah, I could see it.
Oh yeah, it is really scary. I'm very scared of robots.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of robots either.
I don't like robots either, but I think they're cool. Like if you read I have a short story. I'll send it to you guys. I just gotta find it, but it's called Buddies, and it was actually supposed to be my movie. I pitched to Warner Brothers. I went to Warner Brothers set in California, and I tried to pitch a movie, but nobody knows who I am, of course. So it did not work out. They kicked me out the studio. But it was supposed to be RoboCop versus Terminator, based on Genesis. And because they had Captain America: Civil War come out and Batman vs Superman, and I thought that'd be a perfect offset to see it. And they was like, "Oh yeah, sounds good, but you don't own the rights to it, so please leave the studio." So what if I don't want to leave? And then like 20 security guards came. I was like, "Yep, I'm leaving."
Damn.
But Buddies is basically about this guy named Michael and his best friend Jason. Yeah, I took it from the horror movies, and they've been friends for years. And all of a sudden, there's a war that breaks out between humans and robots. And Michael was like, "I don't want to fight no war, man. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover." So he basically leaves and goes into a log cabin. Mm-hmm. And then Jason's like, "You've been my best friend since we were kids. I got you. I'm gonna stand up with you. I'm gonna go with you, and I'm gonna bring my family with me." And they're like, "Cool." So they can bunk out in the cabinet. Then all of a sudden, Michael wakes up and he realizes his family's missing, and nobody's to be found. And then he starts looking for his family in the woods. Jason actually has his family kidnapped, and Jason is actually an android. He was a robot the whole entire time, and they knew that he was going to be the key to saving the universe. So that's why he befriended him, because they knew he was going to run away. So now Michael has to overcome his problems and fight this fleet of robots with a robot that he thought was his best friend. So he's so emotionally tied with it, and that starts the war, and that resolves the war, and Michael becomes the savior of humanity. And that's the movie Buddies, and it's very psychologically and to scare you and everything like that. Like, what if?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially it's like almost inevitable at this point with the damn AIs.
I just heard Freddie Mercury sing Thriller.
Oh yeah. My boyfriend keeps showing me the deep fakes.
What's really scary is like scammers have been deep faking like people and go into call people's grandparents. I know because somebody called my 93 grandmother and they took a little piece of my voice clip from one of my videos and put it in an AI thing and made it sound like I was in jail and was trying to get her to send money. So she called
Wow.
me first instead. And, I showed her on video, like, no, I'm not in jail. Please don't send this person
Oh
money.
my
It's
god.
getting kind of
Yeah,
creepy. And they
yeah,
only need, like, a little snippet. A little
yeah.
snippet of what you
Ugh.
sound like.
Yeah. See, I that's one thing I don't like. I don't like the whole robots. Like, to me, another horror movie that I think is a horror movie is I, Robot.
I
Mm-hmm.
was so scared of that shit.
It was Sunny, like he especially when it was all lined up and then he just popped out of nowhere. Hit! I was like, oh no!
Yeah.
I was like, I was more scared of that than watching with Otis kill a bunch of people. Like,
Oh, Devil's Redux and
yeah,
have some. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Me too. For sure.
yeah, like I would love to see, like I said, his backstory. Oh, she went out.
Oh, I guess her internet died.
I would love to see Otis' backstory or the Unholy 2. I would love to see those films.
Agreed. Or a baby movie.
Yeah, that'd be terrific. I'll be front row. I'll probably see like every day of the week. Like
Yes.
I'll take a vacation to go see that.
Yes. To go see every day or whatever.
Yeah. Like, hey, Van, you come to work today? Nah, I'm taking a vacation. Why? Some movie. Like every job I had, I told them I was like, if I have anything to do with film, I will call out or I will not be there.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, why? Why would you do? They're like, why? I was like, because that is my job. That's my dream, my passion. There's like, but don't you work for us? And your job is like, you know what job stands for? There's like, what? It's like just over broke. So I'm good.
That's true. That's good.
Yes, but I like I said, I love movies. I love everything to do with movies.
Of course.
I don't know if you can actually see it. Can you see it now better?
Oh yeah, you're bigger. So yeah, your hat.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Everything's horror except for the socks today.
Hell yeah. I got spiderweb leggings with my
Nice.
Michael shirt.
Nice. I'm just mad that I can't wear no more horror themed ties at work.
Oh wait, you don't work at Walmart anymore. No.
No.
So rude. They won't let you.
No, because a customer got scared.
Of a tie.
Yeah, because it was pretty much Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
It had leather face on, so she was scared, and she made up like this whole big story that she was raised around Ed Gein and all the stuff. Like,
Oh my god, people go so out of their way in depth. Okay.
I was like, really? I was like, okay, I guess I wear the normal play black tie, look professional. Yeah, happy.
Yeah, right.
I was like, but if somebody says something about my nose ring, I'm not taking it out. So good luck.
Hell yeah. I have to go turn off my roommate's alarm for work.
All right.
And I have 15%. So let's see if she's back by the time I get back. And then we'll see what we're doing.
All right.
Keep talking to the people, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Any more questions? Anything else? Any questions? Any versus challenges? What you got for me? Oh, Mercy's coming back.
Oh, she's back?
She's trying to come back.
Okay.
There she is. I can see you.
Yeah.
Live and clear. Oh, now I can't hear you. Now I can hear you.
Okay. There we go.
Right.
There you are.
I had to switch to my phone because my laptop kind of glitched on me. So I just switched it. That's why I set my phone up at the same time, just in case that happened.
Gotcha. Yeah. Now I was just telling her how I got reported by a customer because I wore a horror-themed ties.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she reported because it was Leatherface on my tie. And she's like, how she lived with ink. She lived around Ed Gein and
she made up a story.
Yeah,
Really?
it brought up memories and all this stuff, and I shouldn't wear that because if I wear that, I'm the devil. I was like, I probably am the devil. So cool.
See, I think that's kind of ridiculous because, like, you know, sitting there claiming people are devils, it's insane to me. It's like, do you realize, like, it's just a tie? It's not that deep.
Exactly. And I was like, most people like the devil's red. The devil is not red, but okay.
Okay, sorry, my phone is being weird. I have it up on a tripod now, so it should be okay.
And mine is just dying a painful death.
See, Mercy's using a phone. Is just you can simple as that. You can just record just like that. With your phone, just do skits and post it, whatever.
Yeah, I got this green screen when we were on lockdown. I got this for a deal, and I'm starting to mess with different horror editing to like do some cheesy effects and stuff like that. You'll see on the channel.
Nice. Like, and another thing too, another great thing to do when you get into filmmaking as well. Don't listen to your family.
Yep.
Whether good or bad, because they're gonna love it, and then they never have to rewrite anything. Like, oh, I love it how it is. Oh my god, because they have no idea. Just don't listen to them, and then they might hate it. But it's who you think you are, Spielberg. Who you think? Just keep going. Don't listen to your family. Just do your own thing.
My best feedback comes from people that are not even like, they'll stumble upon the channel and be like, hey, you could do this differently or better. Like, one person commented on one of my recorded reviews, hey, you should add a little bit more of the film scenes into your review, and you know, good feedback. But if I show it to like my family, it's like, oh, it looks okay. You know, so like,
yeah, it's phenomenal. It's the best work they've ever seen in their life.
Mm-hmm.
I like testing my family. I make up stuff that make no sense. Like, yeah, I made a movie about a goldfish that got ate by a dog, and then the dog became human. Oh my god, that is fantastic! You love your stuff, man. You got to put that out tomorrow. Don't write nothing else. Put that one out. Like,
yeah, you know, and like I see a lot of people get discouraged because their family and friends don't really, like, they'll be there, yes people, but they won't be there to give criticism when it's needed. And so like what happens is a lot of times people get too much of a big head, and then it prevents the good, like, people giving them genuine feedback to like, you know, it prevents that from working for them because their ego has gotten so high by dealing with the yes people that when somebody comes in to help you a little bit just so you can get better, like my grandma always says, you're always learning in life. So you shouldn't, you know, doesn't matter how long you've been doing something, there's always somebody that has done it longer and better, and you can always learn from somebody, you know. But dealing with the yes men, it's just like, oh, okay, I got all this, and then I'll never try to be better. Oh, I don't know why that's popping up again.
I'm scared to act, so I always ask people advice on acting because I want to try my I want to try my thing as acting. I would love to play a slasher, but
yeah,
I don't see myself as a good actor, but everyone's like, you go write and direct, you can act because you're writing the character. I was like, yeah, but I can't, because like if I choose someone to be in one of my films and everything, that I have it down to the T, like how the person should walk, how the person should talk, what their characteristics are, like down to what TV shows or what movies you should watch to take advice from where I drawn from. And
right.
And it was like, you could do the same thing when you got to act. It's like, I can't. I'd be too much of a method actor that will go out of control because I would always fear that it's not perfect. So that's why I'm scared to act, because I will always try to be the perfect actor in that role.
See, like on our last stream, I mentioned with Dylan, like it would be hard for me to play like the ditzy victim or stuff like that because I can't get into that. I'm a very solution-based person in real life, so like I would probably be like the person in a movie to either figure out the puzzle and die a sarcastic death, or you know what I mean, or a villain or something like that, because I wouldn't be able to be like, oh no, I tripped over something, now I gotta fall, bleh. You know, like.
Yeah, see, like if I say, like for me, like if I did get into acting, I would be more like I'd be crazier than Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't do that because I always have problems sleeping at night when I'm writing movies because I put myself as that character and I continue thinking I become that character and I write that character. Then when I'm on set, I'm like, here, this is what you got to do. So acting is a whole nother beast for me, and I appreciate everybody who acts and has that skill because I couldn't do it to read the script, remember the lines, and convey that actor. And
The memory thing is the hardest part by far for me.
It's hard, like like because like I always ask people on set, like when you become that, since you are this character, how would you think this character would react to it? And then when they tell me, then I was like, all right, let's try to run that one. Let's try to do it this. Let's do it this way because I might write a character, and you might. I love the character. I love the body of the character. We're gonna do the movie, but I think she would act this way in a certain time, in this way, or I have this idea for this scene to lead to this scene. I'm totally willing to change it on the fly, and we work with it. I'm never like, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah, see, I think if like I was an actress, I'd be like, okay, give me my script, but let me improv where I see fit. You know what I mean? Like, what's the best way I could portray this? Because I feel like if I was stuck to a script to a T, it would make me like be in a box, and I don't like being in a box. I do like random shit all the time, so it'd be kind of difficult for me to be like, you have to follow this.
Because when you study the character, you become that character. You know what that character would be. You know what involves that character. So I'll change it on the fly. Like I could write something, and we could change it on the fly and just go. And a lot of times when I write like my more serious stuff, when it's not horror stuff, I'm more write the person's personality into the movie. So it's like they're playing an extension of themselves, almost like Eminem playing Jimmy in 8 Mile.
Yeah.
So it would be very easy for you.
We have reached our 1 hour and 41 minute mark. So that is our mark to say goodnight this evening.
Yes.
Thank you, Van, for joining us today and answering the questions from everybody. We hope to have you on again soon.
Thank you.
I'd love to be back.
Absolutely. And don't forget, guys, next weekend we are watching Dead Alive live for our first movie night that you guys requested over on Twitter. And as always, stay spooky, stay weird, and always salt your blanker.
Bye.